Let's talk about China's Belt
For a
and
decade,
Road
the country's
Initiative.
ambitious Belt
Cracks
and
are emerging in China's Belt
The
and
BRI
Road
is a
Initiative.
gigantic.
They see a lot of false narratives.
The BRI is a
The BRI
gigantic.
projects are literally falling apart.
In 2013, China unveiled a titanic undertaking, the Belt and Road Initiative, also known as BRI. The ambitious project, spearheaded by President Xi Jinping, aims to reshape global trade and infrastructure by connecting China to a vast network of countries across Europe, Africa, and Asia. Envisioned as a modern-day Silk Road, the BRI is a two-pronged approach, consisting of a land-based Silk Road economic belt and a maritime 21st century maritime Silk Road. The sheer scale of the BRI is staggering. It encompasses the construction of railway, roads, pipelines, and maritime ports across more than 60 countries. This network traverses continents, connecting a staggering 2/3 of the world's population and representing a significant chunk of global GDP at 40%. China has already pulled over $1 trillion into these projects, with estimates suggesting that the total investment will reach an incredible $8 trillion over the initiative's lifetime. The first thing we all have to answer is, why has China embarked on such an ambitious and groundbreaking project? The driving force behind the BRI is China's desire to bolster its economic and political influence on the world stage. Improved connectivity promises to facilitate more trade, allowing Chinese goods to flow more seamlessly across continents. Deeper financial integrations with BRI partner countries strengthen China's economic positions and creates new markets for its exports. By spearheading such a colossal infrastructure project, China positions itself as a global leader in development and innovation. However, the BRI hasn't been without its critics. Western nations have expressed concerns that the initiative is a veiled attempt by China to establish global dominance. Critics point to the potential for debt trap diplomacy, where countries become heavily in debt to China through BRI loans, ultimately compromising their economic and political autonomy. Additionally, environmental concerns have been raised about the potential impact of large-scale infrastructure projects on fragile ecosystems. Recognizing this criticism, China has shown a willingness to adopt the BRI. Well, you might wonder, just how many people have signed up for this initiative? The BRI has brought together a complex web of partnerships stretching across continents and encompassing a diverse host of nations. As of August 2023, an impressive 215 cooperation documents have been signed, with 155 countries and 32 international organizations buying into the initiative's ambitious vision. This translates to a truly global reach, with the BRI member countries present on every continent. Africa's vast potential is a key focus, with 44 countries in sub-Saharan Africa actively engaged with the BRI. This signifies China's commitment to fostering economic development across this region. Interestingly, the BRI membership is not limited by a nation's economic standing. The geopolitical landscape of BRI members is equally intriguing. The initiative has attracted both established US allies like Greece, Italy, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, and nations with closer ties to China, such as Cambodia and Laos. This diverse mix highlights the potential of the BRI to transcend traditional geopolitical factions and bring about economic cooperation on a global scale. It's important to note, however, not all BRI member countries are directly involved in construction projects. Some have opted for non-binding agreements and understandings, showing a desire for collaboration without a need for immediate large-scale infrastructure development they may not be able to afford. Europe's participation in the BRI is noteworthy, with economies like Poland, Greece, Portugal, Italy, Austria, Luxembourg, and Switzerland joining the initiative. This suggests a growing recognition of the potential economic benefits associated with the closer tie to China's ambitious infrastructure projects within Europe, a stalwart Western region that often opposed the idea of economic activities with China. Now that we know about the wider initiative and the countries involved, what are some of the specific individual projects that form part of the BRI? From towering ports to high-speed railways, the projects included in the BRI aim to streamline trade and form deeper connections between nations. The new Euro-Asian land bridge stands out as one of the largest undertakings of the initiative. The vast network stretched from Western China all the way to Western Russia, traveling Kazakhstan, Belarus, Poland, and Germany. One main component of this bridge is the legendary Silk Road Railway, weaving its way through China's Xinjiang region, a testament to the BRI's revival of Asian trade routes. Another impressive project is the China Central Asia-West Asia Corridor, acting as a vital lifeline connecting Western China through to Turkey. This corridor will significantly bolster trade relations between these regions, facilitating the flow of goods and fostering economic cooperation from one side to Asia to the other. Southeast Asia is also connected through the China-Indochina Peninsula Economic Corridor. This ambitious project stretches from southern China, snakes its way down to Singapore, creating a seamless trade route through the heart of Southeast Asia. High on the list of innovative projects is the Trans-Himalaya Multi-Dimensional Connectivity Network. This initiative aims to bridge the geographic gap between Nepal and the BRI, fostering deeper economic ties between China and Nepal and potentially unlocking new trade opportunities, helping Nepal to grow its economy. For those seeking a glimpse of the BRI in action, the China to London Railway projects offer an example you can see right away. This established rail freight service directly connects China with Europe and shows the initiative's ability to streamline long-distance trade, where freight shipping over the ocean was only a viable method of surface haulage. This provides a middle ground between traditional sea shipments and high-speed alternative in the air. This is part of the wider China-Europe freight train service. This network illustrates the extensive reach of the BRI, connecting 32 cities across 12 European countries. These services demonstrate China's commitment to forging stronger trade ties with Europe. Maritime shipping isn't ignored by the project either. The BRI invests heavily in the area also. The Gwadar Port project in Pakistan, a deep-sea port on the Arabian Sea, exemplifies this commitment. This port holds the potential to transform Pakistan's maritime trade capabilities and create a strategic hub for regional trade. Modernization is also the key focus of the initiative, with projects like the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed train in Indonesia. This 5 billion rail line will revolutionize transportation within Indonesia, reducing travel times and boosting connectivity in a way never seen before. Similar examples of modernization can be found in the China-Laos Railway and the Ethiopia-Djibouti Railway. The China-Laos Railway, a $6 billion project, creates a vital link between the two countries and fostering closer economic ties. The Ethiopia-Djibouti Railway, a $4 billion electrified line, aims to modernize the transportation infrastructure of East Africa. These are just a few of examples of the numerous infrastructure projects that form the backbone of the BRI. As the initiative continues to evolve, we can expect even more ambitious and innovative projects to emerge, shaping the future of global trade and infrastructures for years to come. This groundbreaking international partnership has undoubtedly already transformed the landscape across continents. However, alongside its economic promises lie significant environmental concerns that threaten to cast a long shadow over the project's future. The large-scale infrastructure projects at the heart of the BRI, coal-fired power plants, mines, and dams have been pinpointed as key points of contention. These projects exacerbate climate change, fueling pollution and exacerbating water and soil shortage in already vulnerable regions. Additionally, deforestation, river flow disruption, and habitat destruction often accompany BRI projects, leaving local ecosystems in tatters. Fossil fuels remain a dominant factor in the global fuel economy, with a staggering 80% of China's overseas energy investment through the BRI going towards them. This heavy reliance on fossil fuel directly undermines global efforts to combat climate change. Furthermore, concerns exist that China might bypass environmental impact assessment and regulations in participating countries, leaving potential risk unchecked. The BRI is a colossal undertaking, and the price tag reflects that. Just how much money has been pumped into the project and what the final cost might look like? Estimates suggest that China has already poured a staggering $1 trillion into BRI projects in just the first decade. However, experts predict the total cost could balloon to a mind-boggling $8 trillion over the initiative's lifetime. Funding these behemoths requires a varied approach. China's state policy banks, the China Development Bank, and the Export-Import Bank of China loaned a significant amount of $200 billion from 2013 to 2016 alone. Despite these huge investments, concerns still exist. Some experts believe China won't be able to shoulder the entire financial burden alone. Not only that, the high costs associated with BRI projects have raised fears of debt crises in participating countries, adding fuel to the fire. The BRI's lack of a clear financing roadmap creates additional unease. Can China navigate these financial hurdles? Only time will tell. The BRI is one of the most ambitious and large-scale economic projects ever undertaken. It involves countries from Asia to Europe and promises to create a new gold standard for global trade routes. With innovations across road, sea and rail connections to help China become more well-connected with countries around the globe. There are significant challenges, both financial and environmental, that China will have to overcome if it wants to fully realize its vision of a worldwide trade network. The benefits are already being felt and can already be demonstrated after the first decades of activities within the BRI. Only time will tell whether the BRI is considered a true success and a force for good in the world.